it 'cause I'm cool? At school kids laugh. Papers got it wrong again. Or is it 'cause I'm cool? Take a piece of me, serve it up on a plate in your restaurant. So is it 'cause I'm cool? Is it 'cause I'm cool? And is it 'cause I'm fly? Is it 'cause I'm smart? Why you break my heart with the lies you tell? Baby, kiss and tell. Is it 'cause I'm wrong that you jump right in with no discipline? Baby, sink or swim. And is it 'cause we're friends? Why you use my name just to entertain? Oh, is it 'cause I'm cool? Well, is it 'cause I'm cool? As fast to a brand new free dimension, too cool to mention, but that's the intention. But some of you too damn blind to say we're setting you free. So say goodbye to jealousy. Is it 'cause you're cool, ladies and gentlemen? You know you're really cool. Is it 'cause I'm cool?
When I open my eyes, I find new and different things every day. Thousands of questions pop up in my mind, so many that I forget if I have asked them already. But it doesn't stop me from asking, what is the sun? And why is it warmer in summer? How does the water come into my house, and how does it stay in the sea? Curious how the ants work together. Do they speak? I like when flowers bloom and seasons change. Sometimes my imagination runs wild. I see that I grow. What is growth? I want to explore things, discover hidden places, and dream of big adventures. It means the world to me. I heard someone say to think outside the box. My box is colorful, with things in it that I take out to play with every day. I like inventing stories, especially about heroes. Some can fly, have superpowers and find solutions for every challenge. Learning new terms every day, like biodegradable, ecosystem, or microplastic. Still trying to figure out what they mean, but I start to see that the world is a miracle. I like the word miracle. Sometimes I think the solutions for all the riddles I have are right in front of me. I want to change things, don't want to be patient. There's a time for action, and this time is now. The Green Awards honor superheroes who push the envelope every day to save what is the most precious thing we have. Today, we have envelopes with names in it. Names of people who use their imagination and take responsibility and risks for a greater good. We say thank you to those who ask the right questions and take the next step. Because your actions mean the world to us.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the host of tonight's Green Awards, Stephen Gätjen.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good to have all of you in one room. Before I get started, I would like to say hello to the Swiss ambassador, Paul Seeger. Where is he? Good evening. There he is. Hello, Mr. Seeger. And right away, a special thank you to Emma Landford and to Moose T for this amazing musical opening. Thank you very much. Moose, ich pack den mal hier hin. Super. It's ein Handventilator. And Moose T will stay with us throughout the show, but he will change his name to Green Beats, written on the board.
It's hard to be green.
It's hard to be green. Green Beats. And you will empower everything that is happening on stage with the beats. And now, to you, my beloved audience here at the Kraftwerk and especially at home, watching live, hopefully from a balcony, from your terrace, from the garden, out of a swimming pool with a cold drink in your hands. It's fantastic. And to be honest, do not be irritated because this is the first time in about 14 months that I'm standing in front of a crowd. The past 40 months have been very lonely taping TV shows, except if you're working with Joko and Klaas, that is kind of crazy all the time. But it's so good to have you here. So feel free to laugh at any of my jokes, but mind the clapping, because it feels like a sauna infusion every time you clap your hands. Nobody you're allowed to clap, especially for the people who are on stage later. So officially, welcome to the Green Awards 2021. To be honest, outside, someone told me it was 37.5 degrees Celsius. The good thing, ladies and gentlemen, is that we are in the Kraftwerk, a power station built back in 1961 for the sole purpose of being a thermal power station, which means that the heat is supposed to be created and stay inside the building. So we are very lucky it's only 36.5 degrees in the Kraftwerk. So my apologies straight away in case you see wet spots everywhere I stood. Has nothing to do with my age, but with me sweating a lot. Okay, so we are going to have a great time, and I'm really happy to be here, not only to be with you, but also because of the cause and what the Green Awards stand for. Everything that they stand for is very dear to my heart and very important to our future and our species. We have, as you can see, gathered amazing people from all around the globe who are amazingly creative in finding new ways to protect and support our environment and this might sound a little harsh, but it's true, our survival as a species and our future on this planet. So ladies and gentlemen, be inspired, have a great time, and get ready to change the world right after we have finished with the Green Awards at about 3 o'clock in the morning. 2:30 in the morning. Before we get started, I would like to let you know that we already need your support later on because we have a category and you need to choose the winner. It's the startup category. And this is another nice fact because I've had an event a couple of years ago exactly in this location. This feels like a bunker. And Germany in the worldwide ranking when it comes to digitalization is right after Romania and Malaysia on spot 36. But we do have internet in here, and we are very keen to use it. So please, for everyone on site here, log into the Wi-Fi, please, so you can all take part in our voting. The password is right here. It's called #CelebrateChange. And now let's see what Moose T can do. Give me a beat. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, let's greet the innovators, our most important guests tonight, the finalists of our award categories. Please welcome with me the top 3 in the categories Youngster, Innovation, Startup, Impact. In total, 12 creators. We have 9 here with us tonight, and 3 are appearing magically on the screen right behind me. Where are the 9 creators who are nominated in these 3 categories? Please stand up. Where are you? They've left the building. Would be kind of good if they're here. No? Having a drink at the bar? You can applaud anyways. Ah, Sie sind alle so zaghaft, zurückhaltend. Ah, guck mal, da sitzen Sie. Sie sind noch ein bisschen schüchtern. Hello and welcome to all of you. Great work and especially best of luck. The Green Awards will start with category number 1, which makes complete sense in my world, and it's called Youngster. And this is the definition of this category. We are looking for the most aspiring juniors between the ages of 16 to 25 years who are making a lasting effort for sustainability. The competition criteria was contributing to a greener future, a project of a natural person or a group of people under the age of 25 by June 2021. Missed that by a few days. And a long-term effect within the society, a number of people reached. In this day and age, you know that it's quite difficult to plan ahead and to have a reliable travel agenda. And we were very much looking forward to meeting her in person on the stage. Kate Brand, CSO of Google, but she can't be in person, as I said, but she did send us a video. Here it goes.
Good evening. I'm so happy to be here to present the first category of the Youngster Award. How exciting. All the nominees are between 16 and 25 years old. And I have to say, it is remarkable what they have achieved at such a young age. I'm proud that at Google, we put our best technology to use to fight climate change. We have a responsibility to the next generation, and we want to inspire young leaders and innovators to create moonshots and to make the impossible possible. We are truly all in this together. Now, we as Google had the great honor to hand over last year's award to Kiara Nergin, who then joined the expert panel of our Google.org Impact Challenge on climate change. She helped us to select the 11 organizations that are doing incredible work. For example, things like improving access to renewable energy or rewilding natural carbon sinks, supporting our urban forests at scale, open sourcing renewable packaging, and one organization, Open Food Facts, is allowing people to judge the environmental impact of more than 400,000 everyday grocery items. I am so proud that we get to support the work of all of these organizations. And I'm unfortunately unable to attend in person, but I'm very happy that I'm able to pass on the honor to Evo, who is the co-founder of Climate Farmers, one of the receiving organizations of the Impact Challenge. Wishing you all a beautiful evening of climate inspiration, and congratulations again to all of the nominees of the Green Awards.
Thank you very much, Kate Brandt. Time for an applause. Is it the heat, or is it the fact that you haven't been with other people for such a long time? Because I have the feeling everyone's sort of like, I don't want to clap. I'm afraid that something is going to happen. You are allowed to go completely crazy if you want to. It makes this whole thing better, you know, the atmosphere on stage and for all the people who are going to appear on stage. And I would like to welcome with you our presenters for this category. She has a beautiful name, a beautiful voice, and is all in all amazing. She's a singer and an actress, and she is currently developing concepts together with the Green Touring Network for more sustainable concert tours. It's the first time here at the GreenTech Awards and at the Green Awards. And he is the co-founder of Climate Farmers, as Kate already said, an institution building incentive systems for farmers to become heroes in the reversal of climate change. Please welcome Ivo Degen and Senta Sofia Deli Ponti, aka Una.
Good evening. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome also to the youngsters, especially, whom we're here to celebrate tonight. Thank you, Kate, for giving me the honor of handing over this year's award in Google's name. I'm incredibly honored to be here as also one representative of 11 amazing organizations that are part of the Google Impact Challenge. And welcome to the first category of this evening, a very, very special category, the category of youngsters. And for me, I see what these people have created, and I really ask myself, what makes it possible that somebody at that age goes out and just does this, right? Just believes that they can do that. I think basically research shows that it's really this. It's the belief in being able to do this, the belief in yourself, the belief in your idea that it's worth it, that keeps you going even when it gets extremely tough. And young people see the challenges in the world and the injustices much stronger still than we do that have grown up slightly more. And I don't know if you remember being young and being really, really angry at some of the injustices you see around you. The last couple of years, we've seen what such a youth from Sweden and thousands with her were able to do, quite literally changed the world by being very clear, very consistent, and very, very insistent, going out believing that they can change the world. I believe it is far from fair, to ask this young generation to change something, to improve the world, because it wasn't them who have created it, and it will be them who will live with it the longest. But I believe that makes what these people have done even more impressive. The young people that we've come here tonight to celebrate have not only felt the injustice, have not only seen, identified, analyzed the injustice, but have actually done the much harder thing and have gone out and done something about it. And those that are here in the audience tonight, that are founders, that have started something from scratch, from the idea, know how hard it is to convince someone that what you believe is actually possible, especially in the early phases. And that is difficult if you have a network, a professional network, if you have an MBA or professional experience. But imagine you're 16 years old and you believe that you can create a new device to create energy or to change the policy of your country. So we are here tonight to recognize the power in youth change makers, to nurture and to foster it, to trust these young people that they know what to do. And I want to encourage all of us, sort of as a bit of homework in the coming weeks and months, and hopefully throughout all of our lives, to be the reason that some young people believe that they can do it, that they can change the world, that they can improve the world, because it is really that, believing it, telling them that they can do it, and it's basically up to all of us to create this. And with that, over to you for this very, very special award.
Thank you. Good evening. Yeah. Hello, good evening also from my side. I'm really happy to be here at the Green Awards this year. For me, it's the first time standing here on stage, and I'm excited about the show tonight. Ivo, like you already said, this is a special category, not only because it's the first one, mainly because those nominees are the youngest contestants tonight. And I must say, I'm impressed by this young generation with how much awareness, passion, power they want to change something for a greener future. I'm also a mother, and I was thinking a lot about this word responsibility and what it means to me. And I think it's important to listen to our children and to rethink our ways of living in order to give our children a sustainable future. I watched a documentary, the last one from David Attenborough. Did you see it? Yeah. This movie touched me a lot, and there's a quote I want to share with you. We as humans have the possibility to imagine how our Earth could look like in 50 years. So we also have the possibility to question and change our patterns. Yes, this young generation often reminds me of my own inner child and shows me how many adult filters I still have. So I'm grateful for this mirror and for the awakening. Let's support them. Let's realize, maybe you here, all in this room, realize it already, that we're all in this together, and celebrate them. Here are the nominees for this category.
Nominated in the category Youngster, Melati Weissen.
Hello, my name is Melati and I am 20 years old. Growing up here on the beautiful island of Bali in Indonesia, plastic pollution was everywhere. There was no escaping it. Going to school, looking out the car window, we saw plastic. Learning how to surf, with every paddle, there was plastic. Learning how to plant rice in the beautiful rice fields, we were pulling out plastic before planting. At the age of 10 and 12 years old, together with my younger sister, we said, enough. It's not rocket science, and we knew we had to start taking action now. It can start with us, and it can start today. With our new project and platform, Youthtopia, we want to connect like-minded young changemakers from all around the world, working on all sorts of different topics, to come together and create peer-to-peer programs. There was so much more than plastic pollution and the banning of single-use plastic bags. This was just the beginning. We have become the living example that young people can do things. And we might be 20% of the world's population, but we are 100% of the future.
Nominated in the category Youngster, Moritz Hamburger.
My name is Moritz, I'm 20 years old and I'm from Ingolstadt, Germany. When I was 13, I've seen a television show where they showed how to produce biofuel from microalgae. And since then, I was so curious that I tried it myself. So in the beginning, I tried it out with normal plastic bottles as bioreactors, but that wasn't that successful. So over the years, I developed my own bioreactor, and now I have a fully autonomous bioreactor that is capable to produce 20 liters of algae biomass. Right now, we have a huge problem in the transport and aviation sector as we fully depend on fossil fuels. My aim is to transform this and enable a carbon-neutral future by algae-based fuels. Researchers have tried to develop methods to produce biofuel from algae very efficiently, but sadly, they haven't succeeded so far. I truly believe that we need genetic engineering to make the algae more efficient and to produce large quantities of biofuel in the future. Of course, you have to work against other people who don't believe in your ideas, but you can convince them, and you simply have to show them that you can. And I believe that our generation can make a huge change in this world. We just have to give our personal best to fight for it.
Nominated in the category Youngster, Reyhan Chamalova.
My name is Reyhan. I'm from Azerbaijan. I'm 18 years old. I'm the founder of Rainergy, a project that aims to solve the problem of energy deficiency in rural parts of rainy countries by providing the communities living there with generators that produce electricity from rainwater. But I wish the rain was the only problem of my hometown. We always, experience temporary blackouts accompanied by heavy rains. Whether it was TV or washing machine, the things had the habit of just not working during these blackouts. Rainwater didn't have to disturb our electricity, it could create it. As a 14-year-old kid, I didn't know the process, how to begin, and I also didn't know if it's a real problem. So I decided to research. The results that I found really shocked me, since I found that over 700 million people right now lacks the access to electricity. I gathered up my team, and together we started to work on Rainergy to turn this simple idea into a working model. During these 3 months, with the help of our mentors, we built the first 2 prototypes. So I'm really looking forward to developing Rainergy and lighting up one home at a time by 2025.
There we go.
Difficult choice. Incredible stories.
Of course. And the winner is... wow.
Reyhan Jamalova.
Bravo!
I express my endless gratitude to the GREENTECH Festival, Green Awards, and the Grand Jury for this appreciation of my work, and my parents, my family, friends, team, and the people of my country for always supporting and believing in me. Winning this award tonight highlights the potential of Rainergy as a renewable energy resource, and it will be a powerful stimulus for me to work even harder to contribute to solving the problem of energy deficiency in our world by lighting up one house at a time, and to contribute to achieving a net zero future with my technology. I'm dedicating this award to the youth whose mission is to thrive a positive impact on the communities with their inspiring work and change our world into a better and greener place with their sustainable solutions. Now, talking in front of the people who have already had a positive impact on the society and receiving this Green Award, I feel a great sense of responsibility on my shoulders, and I promise you that I will do my best, keep up this work, and appreciate your attention. Thank you so much. Lots of loves and hugs from Azerbaijan.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And congratulations to Ray in Azerbaijan. Moritz is 13 years old, and you already thought about things that we would never come up with. Ray is such an inspiration. I mean, just imagine what they are doing, what they're challenging. That's the great thing about young people. They do not question, they just do it. That's exactly the spirit that we need, Ray. Thank you. Wow. At the age of 13, I didn't even know if I was a boy, a girl, or diverse. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to give you a little background story about this Green Award trophy that we're going to send to Ray. It was designed by the company Green Window Agency in collaboration with Gmund. And Gmund, by the way, is also in charge of designing the envelopes for the Academy Awards. And that's why we triple counted all the envelopes if they match the category with the winner. something that Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway probably hoped for back in 2017. I don't know if you remember what happened there in the best movie category. The trophy is made completely out of paper. So either you use it at the small Corona distancing after-show party and collect phone numbers, or you read something very inspirational that's written on its side. It says, the visionary starts with a clean sheet of paper and reimagines the world. So you can literally rewrite history with this trophy. By the way, did you know that most of the award winners at the Academy Awards place their trophy, the Oscar, in the guest toilet on a shelf for everyone to see, because that's the place that everyone walks into. It's not a good idea for a trophy completely made out of paper, I would say. Ladies and gentlemen, we have more awards to hand out, for example, in our next category with the catching title, Innovation. And innovation, per definition, means innovation is crucial to the continuing success of any organization or cause. And the description of this category, we are looking for the most cutting-edge innovation in the field of green tech. Technologies, processes, products, and services were all eligible in this category. The competition criteria is as follows: a contribution to a greener future and its potential, improvement over existing approaches, disruptive potential of the innovation, effort of the researchers. And here are my presenters in this category. One live and one on tape. Let's start with the one in the flesh here on stage. He was born in Ravensburg, and I think he started his career right after he left the hospital back in 1969 at Ströer and has worked his way up ever since. And the other one was born in Barcelona, lived in Tokyo, now calls Berlin his home. And J-Lo, by the way, is a huge fan and saw his talent right away. So please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome the CEO of Ströer, Alexander Stotz, on stage, and the singer-songwriter Alvaro Soler from Madrid.
Yeah, thank you very much for this kind introduction. Thank you for having me. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My colleague, Alvaro, who presenting this category with me, is unfortunately not here with us in person. But he will join us digitally in a second. Today I have the honor of presenting this year's winner of the Green Award in the category Innovation. And I beg your pardon for delivering this speech in a way that is in fact not very innovative. We at Ströer are always driven by change, entrepreneurship and passion for the impossible. Innovation for me is a constant source of power that is moving us forward. However, Thomas Edison once said, the value of an idea lies in the using of it. Innovation empowers our creativity, it empowers entrepreneurship, progress and change. All that we need to make a world a little bit better every day. For Ströer, innovation is not just about dreaming, it's very much about doing it. Innovation gives us dreams, but is also a blueprint for change. Today's nominees in the category Innovation have one thing in common. We are talking about applied innovation, existing innovative solutions that change the world. Innovators as them are always in motion, always adapting and never done with their mission. In the past, our nominees have all shown endurance, agility and passion for their visions. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Alvaro now.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I wish I could be with you tonight, but I have a show in Madrid, and thank God I have a show in Madrid, so unfortunately I couldn't be with you tonight. I wanted to talk to you about something I did last year. I got to know an organization called World Vision, and they taught me so many things about developing countries, technologies, and how it all comes together. They even showed me a project that I was amazed with. It was FMNR. It's basically reforestation, which means where there was a desert before, now is a forest. And that's only one of the examples that technology can do today. That's why I encourage everyone to use technology, to use everything that we have at home. We have so much innovation. Why can't we use that to make a greener future? I think that would be best for the efficiency of the world, and we can make such great things. So tonight is very important, and I can't wait to announce the nominees in this incredible category. So Green Awards audience, make some noise for the nominees.
Nominated in the category Innovation, Green Fiber Bottle. Did you know that only 30% of all trash around the globe is being recycled? So what happens to the rest? Believe it or not, it's tossed directly into the garbage, where more than 30% of it ends up in landfills. This is why bio-based materials that are 100% biodegradable are essential, and Carlsberg is proving that rethinking our alternatives is the right way to go.
So in 2015, when we launched the vision of the green fiber bottle, our chairman of the board went to the World Economic Forum in Davos. He had only a shell, so the outside made from fibers of the bottle. And he told the world, we need your help to make a bottle that works. We need your help to make this come true. So please give us a call, contact us if you would like to be part of the green fiber bottle journey. So that's why I'm so happy that today we're in a place where we have a bottle that can hold beer. It is fully bio-based, it is fully recyclable, and we also have more partners on board. So L'Oreal, Coca-Cola, and the Absolute Company, all working towards the same vision of creating more sustainable packaging for the consumers. So I cannot wait for this bottle to hit the shelves and for this bottle to be available as a sustainable choice for consumers everywhere.
We are lucky in Germany with regards to our well-functioning bottle deposit system. But what about in other countries? Beer bottles are just the beginning, and green fiber proves that it can replace so much more. Nominated in the category Innovation, Liquid Nanoclay. Did you know that 12 million hectares of land are being lost annually due to desertification? This process has a colossally damaging effect on groundwater reserves. And with our ever-growing population, we need to take action immediately. Land restoration and rehabilitation are the answer, and this is where Liquid Nanoclay offers a solution.
The motivation behind LNC is to make Earth green again by stopping and reversing desertification and degradation of vital topsoil. Through our mission, we enable resilient and climate-smart agriculture, forests, and green landscapes. What drives me personally in our everyday business is a profound belief in the potential of people, the power of humanity, and the genius of nature. Creating hope for a brighter future and fostering prosperity for people and planet is what drives me in our everyday business. We have developed a patented process to formulate compositions of minerals, such as clay, into a compound nearly as thin as water. The compound is formulated uniquely to its targeted environment and processed through a particular reactor to achieve its unique capabilities. A key property of the LNC compound is the ability to percolate into the ground by the force of gravity. The liquid will coat each grain of sand as it percolates down. The process further creates bindings between mineral particles throughout the soil layers, forming a soil structure that retains water and nutrients just like a sponge.
It's not about eradicating deserts. They are complex ecosystems, a biodiverse home to many of the world's species. But with our own population soaring so fast, we'll need to produce more food in the next 40 years than we've produced in the last 500. Nominated in the category Innovation, Repack. Did you know that 100 billion boxes are produced each year in the US only? Stacked end to end, they could wrap around the Earth 570 times. And as we all know, there is a steady growth when it comes to our buying behavior, especially in the e-commerce section. Inspired by the functioning bottle return system, Repack implemented a circular model, enabling their customers to return packaging from anywhere in the world.
It all started when our founders had a design project at the Finnish Post. And they saw these massive amounts of packages passing them by on these conveyor belts. And they were like, whoa, this is massive amounts of packaging trash. And they had the idea to transfer the Finnish bottle return system onto e-commerce packagings. And now we're here. We're having a reusable and returnable packaging. So online retailers can now use these repacks instead of the traditional single-use packaging. So they can ship their goods in these pouches. The consumer takes the goods out and simply drops these packagings into any post box. So they are being returned, cleaned, sorted back and redistributed to the web shop. So these packagings can be used up to 20 times. Saves huge amounts of packaging trash and a lot of CO2.
Repack reduces up to 96% of total packaging waste. So shouldn't we all consider different options when purchasing our next order online?
Jo. And the winner is, in the category Innovation, Liquid Nanoclay.
I'm nearly speechless. Wow, thank you. I mean, we are on a mission to do nothing less but to make Earth green again by stopping and reversing desertification and the degradation of vital topsoil. And I really want to thank our co-founders, our employees, team members, all of the investors who joined our recent IPO, all of you, everyone who believes in us and who is taking part in this mission. We had some great facts in the short video before, and I'm thinking it's like 70% of all fresh water on Earth is consumed by agriculture for food production. And there is hope, because we have seen that with this liquid nanoclay, we can reduce that water into half. We can combat the desertification, which is a race we have to win, by the way, Nico. Right? So thank you. Thanks for GreenTech Festival for putting the spotlight on such an important issue. The game is on. Thank you very much.
Congratulations. Your Green Award trophy, you can take that with you. Thank you, Alexander. Thank you, Alvaro. And you can either go that way, you can go that way. I would go that way. There's a bar. Thank you. Have a wonderful night. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to stop handing out awards for a second, and I have a favor to ask. I know that it's kind of weird to be in this room with that many people, and I know it's a serious cause, and I know it's a serious topic, but look over there at the hashtag. It says, celebrate change. So if you could do me one favor, get up for just 1 second, all of you. Just stand up for 1 second, please. 1 second. Fantastic. Love the outfits. Love the dresses. Loosen up just a tiny little bit. If you're stuck to your seat, put away the seat. Just a little bit. And now sit down again. And now rethink your approach to what's happening on stage. Please enjoy what we're doing tonight. This is really cool. We have plenty of great people. Thank you, Musti is applauding what I'm saying. Loosen up. Have a good time. Okay, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to put a little spice into this evening because we have a musical guest coming up and we need to set something up on stage. He's a very fine and cool lad, and he made me use my famous dancing skills in one of his videos. If you want to check them out, they're really fantastic. Do you know the sprinkler? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to set him up, and in the meantime, I'm going to hand over to a very dear colleague of mine. His name is Tom Junkersdorf. He's editor-at-large of ICANN and someone who's very keen when it comes to a green lifestyle and topics of sustainability. And someone even told me that he's so green on the lifestyle that he wears green Speedos underneath his smoking. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tom Junkersdorf.
Thank you so much, Stephen. Great show. Wow, congrats on that. And congrats to all the amazing award winners and nominees so far. And congrats to the Green Award team for just making this happen, this great event. How cool is that, being back to life. And now, let's check out who is celebrating change with us tonight. Let's see if I can find some famous people here around. And hey, look at there. Eunice is with us tonight. Hey, great to see you.
Hey, hello.
Great to see you in flesh and blood. You know, usually I see this guy only on TikTok and Instagram because, you know, he is a superstar when it comes to TikTok and Instagram. You know, he's the absolute #1 in Germany when it comes to reach. On TikTok and Instagram, he has more than 40 million followers. 40 million followers. Can you imagine this? So, the question is, how did you do that?
Okay, so first of all, I must say, my English not so good, so yeah, I hope it's okay. And thank you so much for the invite. It means really a lot to me that I'm here. So thank you first of all. And yeah, I think it's hard work. So I made videos every day. I have no holidays, no day offs or something like that. And yeah, I do very creative video. I have a whole team behind me. They help me about my videos, about creative, about materials and something like that. And I think it's also a little bit luck.
But wow. And with great social media power comes great social responsibility. So how do you spread the green news on your huge account?
Yeah, so first of all, I'm a young guy and I am Generation Z and we are fighting about climate change. And so I have two accounts on TikTok, one with over 30 million and the other with 3 million followers. And on my biggest account, I made very often creative videos or creative photos about climate change. And this is why the videos, they are so creative, they go viral, and so many people see the video and thinking about, oh, okay, so he reminds me about climate change, that's important, and yeah.
Wow, this is super great. And did you shoot one video here at the GreenTech Festival so far?
So I need my team, I need colors, I need videographer, I'm my own photographer and videographer, and yeah.
Okay, so this is an invite for everyone. Whoever wants to supercharge his social media account, here's the man, 40 million followers. Thank you very much for celebrating change with us tonight. Enjoy the show. So, who else is here around? Wow, Boss Horse is in the house. Sasha.
Just a horse, yeah.
Good to see you. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. Thanks for being here.
Great, huh?
Oh, you too.
Sasha, you have been part of the GreenTech family since ever. You know, first of all, you're part of the jury, which is very important. Then you have handed awards on stage. Last year, you performed on stage. So how do you feel today? How do you feel tonight? How much do you like that here?
I love it. I wish I would be on stage playing tonight, but we've done it last year. Maybe again next year or somewhere else. But it was one of the last shows we did before COVID.
Or maybe we can do something on the after-show party. If you are interested in, people, just clap your hands and we will do a special show afterwards. So But let's talk about the business, please. You are part of the jury, and how does it feel to get all these great ideas flying from all of the places into your jury desk and to make the decision, what is the best idea, the best new green idea? How do you make this decision, and how much fun is it to find the best ideas?
Yeah, it's a lot of work because nearly all the ideas are great and impressing. It takes a lot of time to really concentrate on every project, and it's good fun because they're all kind of genius and great. So we meet this year. We met in virtual rooms, made an online voting, and well, it turned out very good. My favorite guy, he's here, Moritz. I think he's a really genius, a real Daniel Düsentrieb with his biofuel.
Okay.
I'm sure we're going to hear of him. Yeah.
Okay. So great. And Sasha, you're going on tour again. Finally, you're going on tour. How do you spread the green message while being on tour?
Why being on tour? I hope we're going to be on tour next year. I hope it's all going to turn out good, you know. We had to remove the tour now twice, and I hope in 22 it's going to happen. And then we're going to spread all of our love and energy and our green thoughts that we have.
Can't wait to see it. Sasha, enjoy the night. Great to have you with us. And hey, Anne is with us tonight. Hey, good to
Hello.
see you. As probably not only a few people know, the catering of the GREENTECH Festival has ever been vegetarian or vegan since the very beginning. GREENTECH switched from food, meal to conscious nutrition in the very beginning, when it wasn't a trend, when it wasn't famous. So did Anne. Anne changed her lifestyle totally. When did you do that, and why did you do that?
So first of all, I'm so sorry, but I need to answer this question in German because it's so important to me, and I'm so afraid that I would say anything wrong. So switch to German. Ich habe vor über 7 Jahren angefangen, eine vegane Lebensweise zu wählen. Bewusst, ich bin eigentlich schon, als ich noch sehr klein war, ich bin immer noch sehr klein, aber ich war kleiner und habe schon mit 12 im Tierheim in Troisdorf ehrenamtlich gearbeitet, viel lieber als auf irgendwelche Partys zu gehen, und Tierschutz war immer sehr wichtig für mich. Aber ich habe nie den Bezug gesehen, der in all diesen Bereichen hängt. Und irgendwann habe ich auch festgestellt, dass es nicht reicht, Dinge zu posten oder Menschen zu erzählen. Es ist wichtig, etwas für unsere Umwelt zu tun, sondern selber etwas zu machen. Und habe mich dann dazu entschlossen, Aktivist zu werden. Und bin zu Sea Shepherd gegangen und bin dort auch auf 3 Kampagnen gewesen. Und das war für mich absolut verändernd. Und das war auch für mich der Beginn einer veganen Lebensweise. Und alles hängt am Ende zusammen. Also wir sehen vielleicht die Rinder in der Massentierhaltung, aber das hat auch was mit der Verschmutzung der Meere zu tun. Und am Ende des Tages ist alles wie so ein großes Uhrwerk. Und wir Menschen, wir können uns nicht erlauben, einen Teil einfach rauszunehmen oder zu zerstören und erwarten, dass es dann einfach weiter funktioniert. Wir müssen lernen, respektvoll mit unserer Mutter Erde umzugehen, und wir müssen damit jetzt anfangen.
Wow, great message. Thank you so much. Great message. Thank you so much. And it means it's not only about food for you. You started your own green lifestyle fashion line, right?
Yes. So I just started an own fashion label that is vegan and that is available for everybody. So I want to make fair vegan fashion available for everybody, and that is my new project, and I'm so excited. Yes.
Thank you so much, and good luck with your new job. Wow.
That brings me to our next category. It's called Special Prize Green Leader. And this award is being handed out to a person who serves as a role model for others and is thoroughly engaged in protecting the environment. And to be honest, we were hoping that he would be on stage with us tonight, but to be honest, he's busy building a cannabis empire with Klaas Häufer Umlaut at the moment. But he did send us a video message, and he's a world champion. Mario Götze, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Mario Götze, and I'm happy to join you tonight digitally. As a professional football player, I've played for a variety of teams all over Europe, in smaller matches, in bigger competitions, in the World Cup 2014 in Brazil for the German national team. Next to personal discipline and a lot of other factors, team spirit is the most important and valuable asset, helping you to perform on the highest level possible. The team is only as good as the CEO, coach, who holds everything together. Being a visionary entrepreneur and manager means believing in the bigger picture and inspiring the people around you to believe in that vision you have, despite the odds, despite the ups and downs. I have the honor to announce the winner of the Green Leader category, an exceptional man and an exceptional manager, a man who started pursuing his dreams at a very early age, and I'm really happy to do that today. I hand over to you guys, enjoy the evening and have fun.
Thank you, Mario Götze. And let's meet our presenters on stage. And let's start with the primeval rock of the Green Awards. Sounds strange, but it's true because she's been with the Green Awards since the very beginning and she's part of the jury, a fantastic lady. And we also have a gentleman in a few seconds on stage whose last name always gets him an upgrade when he checks into a hotel or onto a flight. He's the Managing Director, Germany and Austria of Julius Baer. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Patrick Prinz and Franziska Knuppe.
Thank you very much, Stephen, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a very special honor for me to give away this award. The products of the company whose chairman is our award winner has always led my husband and I, and also the 25 Harley-Davidson of our bike group, safely through Europe on our annual tours. By the way, the name of our bike group is Brumm Brumm. But what does Harley-Davidson generally have to do with sustainability? Our prize is awarded to a person who serves as a role model for others and is thoroughly engaged in protecting the environment. Patrick Prinz from Julius Baer is going to tell you now more about it.
This man has proven no matter what industries you are in, you can always rewrite the rules and the purpose of a business. Everything that happens for a reason, and this famous saying is true tonight again. This truly inspiring entrepreneur sits very close to our bank since 2019. Since then, the Julius Baer Foundation supports his commitment to safeguarding nature and wildlife in Kenya. Within his project, he launched an anti-poaching academy exclusively offering vocational training for women from rural communities to become wildlife rangers, thereby creating synergies between conservation and female empowerment, a project which is very close to our hearts. He's also involved in our bank's Young Partners program, where we aim to inspire and guide the next generation of our clients. Therefore, I'm very honored to hand over this specific award to a successful entrepreneur who has really proven that driving and positive transformation. Ladies and gentlemen, this year's Green Leader Award goes to Jochen Seitz.
Green Leader 2021. Jochen Seitz. Jochen Seitz is a master of reinvention, always driven by his mission to make business both environmentally and socially sustainable. In 1993, at the age of 30, Jochen Seitz became the youngest CEO of a listed German company and has managed to turn a near bankrupt business into one of the top 3 sports brands worldwide. Motivating Puma to publish a sustainability report in 2005 established them as the first global business to place a true value on the environmental impacts of its work ethics, setting a new benchmark in corporate environmental reporting. Jochen Seitz promotes discussions on how businesses benefit by integrating sustainability in their company mission and becoming a force for positive impact on people and the planet. Amongst his 4 foundations, together with Sir Richard Branson, he co-founded the B Team, an initiative bringing together the world's top business leaders to promote socially and environmentally conscious business practices across the globe. When asked about his true passion, Jochen Seitz's answer is always the same: nature, Africa, and cultures. Traveling through the African continent in his late 20s and experiencing the devastating impacts of misled economical practices, environmental destruction, and poverty, Jochen Seitz found his calling to help nature and implement change where it was most needed. In 2005, Jochen Seitz started his most impressive passion project, turning 7 regular cattle farms in Kenya into a wildlife sanctuary. With his vision to have nature regenerate, he managed to transform a completely run-down area with only cattle into a home for over 100 elephants, 50 lions, and other endangered species. In the middle of it all, he runs a self-sufficient luxury resort, bringing new opportunities to the area and providing eye-opening experiences with the natural surroundings. By installing the first solar panel in Kenya, he wanted to prove that action can, in fact, bring change for the better. Since March 2020, Jochen Seitz is the chairman, president, and CEO of Harley-Davidson, and is about to restructure the iconic bike company's road into e-mobility. Recognized as one of the world's leaders in sustainable business, conservation, and philanthropy, Jochen Seitz plays a definitive role in how to stay committed by taking new, unconventional paths and standing up for a greener future. Winner of the Green Leader Award 2021, Jochen Seitz.
Hello everyone, good evening. I would have loved to be with you at this year's GreenTech Awards. However, the travel restrictions mean that I can't be with you in Berlin tonight. But big congratulations, Nico and the team, for hosting such a great event. And thank you, GreenTech. I'm truly honored to receive the Green Leader Award for 2021. When I started my career as a businessman, the commercial world didn't care about anything green. Green is not what you were taught in school, nor in any corporate training. Buzzwords like inclusive stakeholder management, ESG, and CSR were non-existent, and the business community was disinterested. My mission for many years has therefore been to transform the role of business and use the power of global business to create win-win solutions for people, planet, and for business, rather than winning at the expense of nature and society. As leaders, this is a choice we have. It's a choice all of us here today have. The science is clear, and we know what we have to do. Good business needs to be at the center of the change that we need to see. There's still a huge amount of work to do, and the decisions we take today will have a profound effect of what the world will look like tomorrow, for better or for worse. I'd therefore like to leave you with a trailer to a film my wife Kate and I have produced with our friends from Silverback Films. It is called Breaking Boundaries, and it is now available to stream on Netflix. I'd like to ask you to spread the word and watch it with your family, friends, employees, and to share it with your networks. It will change the way you look at our planet and our impact on it from here onwards in profound ways. So thank you again for the award, and I wish you all a wonderful evening in Berlin. And of course, also thank you for this paper pad, which is in frequent use. Having said that, I don't have that many ideas to fill all of the pages, so I've just asking my kids to show me what a beautiful nature looks like, and that is the result. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, Franziska. Herr Prinz, and congratulations. I know sometimes technical problems arise, especially if it's so hot in here, but we hope there's nothing happening with the next few categories. We're moving on swiftly to category number 4 of 47 awards tonight. And this category is called Startup. And here's the description of this category. We are looking for the most promising startup that contributes to environmental protection and resource conservation. And our competition criteria, it has to be a contribution to a greener future, less than 5 years since foundation by June 2021, and team effort is also important. And this award, ladies and gentlemen, is a little different to the ones that we already handed out. Number 1, the jury has casted their votes already back in March. Number 2, our nominees will pitch their ideas to you in just a minute. Number 3, while our next musical guest is performing on stage, you will get the chance to vote for your favorite startup, but not only you here at the Kraftwerk, but also our friends on Instagram. And number 4, in the end, all votes will be accounted for and we will be able to present the Green Awards to one startup. And now, let's get the presenters on stage. They are a power couple, madly in love. And she's a true role model, because I think it's amazing that she, in a world where everyone tries to be perfect all the time on social media, she is the one who talks about her struggles, about her personal feelings, about her fears and her insecurities. And I think that is rare and very hard to find, and it's great that she has those character traits. And the one who has her back all the way is a great guy with the same standards as his girlfriend, and he's very successful on YouTube, as a model, and as an innovator. Together, they have founded the sustainable fashion label Nuin. Please welcome Stefanie Giesinger and Marcus Butler.
Thank you so much for your kind words, Stephen. I was tearing up in the back, so thank you so much. And now, hello everyone. We are so happy to be back here on stage at the Green Awards to represent the wonderful award for the startup.
Good evening. It's definitely great to be back. We met so many amazing and inspiring people last year, so we are certainly excited for what is in store this evening.
Yeah, and as Stephen said, this time, last year, we have just launched Nuin, and I have to say, it has been an extremely eventful year, full of ups and downs along the way.
Yeah, I mean, we learnt many things, and I would probably say that one of the biggest things we learnt is probably not to try and achieve everything all at once. Of course, it's great to be ambitious, but I would definitely advise taking baby steps rather than giant leaps at times.
Yeah, and giving the people the opportunity to grow and flourish, because it's amazing what people can achieve with a passion.
And I must say, we obviously know how hard it is to run a startup, so genuinely, all of you guys, I wish you the best of luck in your journey.
So, now it is time for the fun part. It is time for our first pitch of this year's award show. So please welcome with me Christian Gärtner, Managing Director of Kalea, the startup behind the kitchen compost. The technical issues. Finish, because it is very exciting. So Christian Gärtner is the Managing Director of Kalea, the startup behind the kitchen composter, which turns kitchen waste into nourishing compost in only 48 hours.
Christian, your 2 minutes starts now.
Good evening. Energy, construction, transportation, all well known as big greenhouse gas contributors. But did you know there's another important sector that no one is talking about yet? It's organic waste. While I'm talking to you, the world throws away 380 million of these glasses. The problem, a large part of it still ends up in landfills, even in the US and Europe. Organic waste on landfills creates methane, a greenhouse gas damaging the climate around 20 times more than CO2. This makes organic waste responsible for 8% of global greenhouse gas emissions. At Kalea, our vision is to change this with compost. Kalea is a smart kitchen device that turns all kinds of organic waste into real compost, right in your kitchen and in just 48 hours. Nature has inspired us. Kalea combines the natural process of composting with smart technology and convenient use. Our compost is great for your plants, and it enhances the soil to even pull back CO2 out of the atmosphere again. The device works in 3 easy steps. First, you open the lid and put in your food scraps, even cooked ones. Then the processing starts. An intelligent sensor system measures and controls temperature, humidity, and ventilation to ensure the perfect composting conditions. The result? Homemade compost for your plants. Kalea is Hawaiian and means filled with joy. We want to share this joy with you, your plants, and the environment by providing a convenient and sustainable waste solution at home, by treating your plants with homemade compost, and by reducing and even capturing greenhouse gas emissions to protect our climate. This is why we say, make compost, not waste. Thank you so much for listening, and please vote for us.
Thank you very much for that, Christian. Now I have the pleasure to invite to the stage the co-founder of Neustark, Johannes. Johannes is going to be explaining how it's possible to produce concrete in a carbon-neutral way.
Johannes, your 2 minutes are starting now.
Neustark aims at reversing climate change by first taking CO2 out of the atmosphere and afterwards storing it permanently in concrete. Climate change is one of the biggest threats humankind is facing in the 21st century. Desertification of valuable farming land or the rise of the ocean level are only two things which happen if we don't tackle climate change. And this especially happens in heavily populated areas. But fortunately, we know how to solve climate change. We have to bring down the emissions to zero. We have to decarbonize our economy, and this can be done by first reducing emissions as far as we can and taking the remaining emissions out of the atmosphere and storing them permanently. Neustark is developing a negative emission technology which does so in the concrete sector. Already today, concrete is demolished and brought back to concrete recycling plants, where it's broken into small particles in concrete aggregate. Here, Neustark comes in. Neustark contacts this material with CO2, which is directly sourced from the atmosphere, and the CO2 transforms into solid calcium carbonate within this material. And solid calcium carbonate stores stores CO2 for millions of years. What we do is that we very precisely measure how much CO2 was actually removed from the atmosphere. We monitor that, and we even issue afterwards third-party validated certificates. So from today on, Neustark helps to go step by step towards climate neutrality. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much, Johannes. Now, last but not least, I would very much like to welcome to the stage Verge. She's the founder and CEO of Primitives Biodesign, a responsive compostable plastic that also informs you about the quality of its contents.
Verge, those are your 2 minutes. Enjoy them.
Hi, my name is Verge Khan. I am the CEO of Primitives Biodesign. At Primitives, we're engineering biodegradable and intelligent materials for packaging. As I said before, food waste and plastics pollution are 2 major contributors to global warming potential. And these issues are linked. because spoiled food encased in plastic ends in landfills releasing methane, a greenhouse gas that's 86 times more potent than CO2 over 20 years. In response, we've developed compostable packaging that can sense and display food quality, letting you know when food is still good to eat. For example, leftovers that tell you how long it's been in the fridge for. Fish that communicates when it's been left on the counter for too long. And no more guesswork and sniff tests. The packaging senses spoilage to let you know when it's no longer safe. And if it must go, the whole unit can be composted without needing to depackage. Our solution reduces food waste and plastics pollution by diverting waste from landfills to the compost stream, creating a world where there's more food and less trash. Our technology draws inspiration from autumn leaves that signal to us the seasons are changing. We leverage this intelligence in biology to create materials that sense and communicate based on environmental factors and food deterioration. Our multi-layered materials are made using biocomponents from nature, sourced from carbon-negative crops like macroalgae and excess materials from agricultural waste. Our approach targets greenhouse gas reductions at every stage of the product life cycle, from sourcing to the production of the package, use of the product, and after use. So I hope you'll join me in building a world where the packaging around us come to life and blossom into new growth. Thank you.
I mean, I was going to say, please give it up for our nominees. So come on, let's do it one more time. Please give it up for all nominees there. How exciting was that?
Very exciting.
I'm always impressed by all the different people and all of their inspiring ideas. So, ladies and gentlemen, now you are all going to have your say exactly like you did if you were here last year. It is your turn to vote on who you think tonight's prestigious award should be given to.
So please, to all the guests with us here at Kraftwerk, join our Wi-Fi network because the service here is not so well. So here you see the password, hopefully.
Over there.
Over there.
Celebrate change.
Exactly. And the Green Award jury has already voted during the jury meeting in March. And now, together with your help, we will award one of the startups with the Green Award after our next music act.
Yeah. So, guys, you have 15 minutes. Open your Instagram, but don't be scrolling through stories, browsing through people's Instagrams. Make sure you follow GreenTech Festival. And now over to Claudia and Nina, wherever they are, who will explain how it works. There they are. Hello.
I'm supposed to explain to you how to vote. So you go on Instagram, just like Stephanie just said, and under the highlights, you can see the voting for, under the highlights, you have the live voting for the startup. So click on the highlight, and there you will see, there you go. You'll see all of the projects again. Please, 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 if you just missed even a tiny part of one of our, if you just missed even a tiny part of the explanations, listen to them again, check out their websites, and then cast your vote. Thank you very much, and I'm very excited to find out who wins.
Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am hoping you're having a great time today. It's the first time we are celebrating today. I have to admit, it still feels a little bit strange, but it also feels so, so good. And I've missed it so much. So let's see who is here tonight and ask a few guests how they are feeling about today's gala. Hardy, hi. Good evening, Hardy. Can we hear you? Now we can hear you.
I can.
Hardy, how are you doing?
Great, thank you. It's great to be here.
Absolutely. I've heard that it's not the first time that you are here. So you're coming here very often to GreenTech Festival, to Green Awards, and you also are a part of the, or a member of the jury. So what do you think about tonight? Is it special?
Yeah, it's very special, not only because after this year, to be out there and see so many good things and good ideas and inventions, so crazy. And I'm really so excited because if we see what the young people, the next generation have for ideas, I just have to use Stephen's word, what the fuck did we do? And I just wanted to know, what's the problem? So I went out there and made a documentary about, the world food situation and climate change, and to understand, to know what's the problem, what is the solution. And when I see this, I must say, this is so great. And as an actor, I just can say, forget the Oscars. Invent something and go GreenTech Award.
Absolutely, you are absolutely right. And I mean, you've been part of this event for so many years. Did you experience any changes?
Oh yeah, I mean, if we think about the last year, we just can see, everybody of us can see what life is changing if we just slow the fuck down our lives and have time to think about the future. We realize so many things that are really worth doing, and a lot of things that are not worth doing. So we have to stand up and change now.
That's absolutely right, and we are on it. And to wrap up, maybe your highlight of this event so far, and also of the GreenTech Festival, what would it be?
I would take all of them.
At home? All of us?
I would just say, just change the word, and just I would give all my money to them to just, continue to do what they're doing. That's fantastic.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Thank you.
Hardy.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So, and we also have a newbie here who have never been here before. A very good evening, Mr. Copeland. Nice to see you.
Thank you very much. Nice to see you too.
Yeah, so I heard it's the first time for you attending GreenTech Festival and also Green Award. What do you think? You like it so far?
It's fantastic. Yeah, it's perhaps the most relevant entertainment show that affects all of us. So, what's not to like?
Yeah, I mean, you're traveling so many places. You've seen so many things. Is there anything that is still in your mind, maybe in terms of climate change or in the beauty of the nature?
Well, I mean, the nature is pervasive no matter where you go. It doesn't need to be Antarctica. It can be, the forest out in your backyard. And I think one of the things that really matters is to recouple with nature. And we've created this false sense of security in these urban centers. But it's within all of us to just get out there and hug a tree. And I think that's what people should be doing more.
Actually, I did that once when I was at Sequoia National Park. It was amazing. I did actually hug a tree. It felt really good.
It feels really good. I highly recommend it. I do that all the time.
Okay. So, and well, when you think about tonight and maybe also about the festival, do you have a special highlight that you want to share with us?
About this festival?
Yeah.
Well, the entire festival was so inspiring because it feels like the train has really finally gotten some momentum out of the station. And it exposes both the innovators, the forward thinkers, but also the dinosaurs. It all of a sudden seems like the present is already yesterday's news, and that everyone has an eye fixed on the future. And we've spent 200 years with very little care in the way that we've developed. And we stand today at the cusp of the most innovative, the most exciting systemic transformation since the beginning of the coal energy revolution. So this festival is all about this. It's about innovation and practical purposes and e-mobility, and in the way that it transforms your everyday life. And what's very unique about being here is the positive energy that it generates in all the participants. And not because they're wanting to have a spotlight on them, but because they're feeling that they're part of the change. And I think that that's what I find really most exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. So we can assume that you are becoming a member of the GreenTech family, and that you definitely come back next year to the GreenTech Festival and also the Green Awards, ?
Absolutely. This feels like a long-lost sibling, and I just want to say, where have you been all my life?
Okay, so then we are looking forward to see you next year. Thank you, Mr. Copeland. Enjoy the night.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
So, and now, ladies and gentlemen, I have the pleasure to announce a world premiere. Schiller recorded a very unique piece, and it's called Beyond the Horizon, and it's celebrating the beauty of the nature. So they have been recording this epic piece of soundscapes between the breathtaking icebergs of Arctica and also the beautiful nature and the beautiful landscapes of the desert of Iran. Listen to the waves of the ocean and to the freedom of the mountains and to the wisdom of the trees. So the visuals you will experience pretty soon have been created especially for tonight's world premiere. And Beyond the Horizon it's like the perfect piece of soundtrack to celebrate the strength, the beauty, and the endless power of our beautiful Mother Earth. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome on stage Schiller.
Schiller, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Christopher, I have a microphone. Yeah, it's a pillow for my dressing room, by the way.
Lovely.
It's very lovely. I'm going to put it right here. Christopher, come with me in front of the... Chris, please tell me something about the song that we just heard, because Beyond the Horizon is an interesting title. And we, as Claudia said, heard that you recorded different sounds from all over the world. How did you come up with that idea?
Well, actually, I love life, and I love to travel, and I love nature. So I somehow tried to combine all these three feelings into music. And whenever I'm traveling around the world, and even around the corner, I have my little voice recorder with me, and I'm recording sounds and soundscapes. And I tried to somehow mangle them through the computer and make them sound like what we just heard.
Cool. We need to take this down, so we have to move over there. But to be honest, is there a sound that is so magical to you that you could listen to it over and over again?
Well, I guess the first sound which comes to mind obviously are waves, like sea waves, ocean waves. I think we can all listen to that basically in an endless loop. And the other sound I particularly like are crickets, like the late night crickets. I think that's something which is really also something which creates an instant emotion.
I think what is really interesting, because we always talk about sound, that we can hear something, but sometimes complete silence because you went to the desert is also a very interesting sound.
Silence can become very loud. So if you spend some time in the desert where obviously there's nothing to hear, there are no roads, no cars, no people, silence can be deafening, and it's even possible to record silence. And there was a lot of silence in this track.
There's a movie out, I don't know if you've heard about it, called Sound of Metal, about a deaf musician. And the people who actually did the sound design for the movie invented a box that you can enter and sit in, and it sort of takes out the whole sound, from your environment. So the sound that you listen to is the blood running through your veins, your heartbeat, and they said it's just amazing and really scary. We are talking about a greener future and what we all can do together to sort of celebrate change and look into a more positive future. What do you think can music add to that, to the innovators of today?
Well, I think after all, we are all human beings, no matter where we live, no matter what we do, no matter what we feel. And music can be a great catalyst to somehow make us a little better version of ourselves. And if that somehow implements a more direct and more honest approach to our environment, I guess that would be a little step forward.
Is that your goal, to achieve that, exactly that, to have people focus on things to change the world?
No, because I think a musician shouldn't have any goals in terms of educate people, but to create a nice melody, nothing more, nothing less. And if that melody somehow triggers something, triggers an emotion, that's enough of entitlement.
Schiller. Christopher, thank you so much for your great music and your kind words. And have a wonderful evening. Vielen herzlichen Dank. Interesting what music can do, and especially what you can do with music. Impressive. Ladies and gentlemen, you all have casted your votes at home and inside the Kraftwerk. So let's find out who has won the startup category. Please welcome back on stage Stephanie and Marcus.
We're following you all the way around.
Oh, you're stalking me.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
So, the votes have been counted and the results are in. We're very excited to announce the winner of this year's Green Award in the category Startup.
I'm very nervous. I hope you know that all three of you deserve it. So, the winner, 2021, in the category Startup is Primitives Biodesign.
Can everyone see me? Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for choosing us. And thank you, organizers and staff, for making this event possible. I know this was really hard work, and you guys have been doing a really wonderful job. We're honored to be recognized for this award. And I want to say also, embarking on this journey has not been an easy one. But I know I am not alone. I'm energized by all you conscious thinkers, climate advocates, and innovation leaders that are walking alongside me. But in moments of doubt, and I know that the path ahead may feel long and sometimes impossible, those moments of doubt, I will remember you all, and together, as the citizens of planet Earth, we will meet this challenge. Thank you.
Thank you so much for this beautiful speech, Virg, and congratulations.
Thank you.
And now, my dear guests, it is time for a very special prize for Lifetime Achievement Female.
Thank you very much, Stephanie Marcus. Congratulations. Big round of applause for our winner, our presenters, and our nominees.
Thank you.
And thank you very much for your support and help on stage. And you can take your award. Enjoy the evening. Take a seat wherever you want to. You're an award winner. You can kick someone out of his seat and take it. Thank you. Woo!
Let's go. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye, Marcus. Bye, Stephanie. Okay, let's talk about this category. It awards a person who during their lifetime has made contributions of outstanding significance to the environment. And this category definitely needs someone outstanding to present the awards. I have had the pleasure of meeting him a couple of times, and he's not only one of the most influential fashion icons ever, always stylish, but what's even more important, someone with a lust for life, never shy of trying new things, open and very, very funny. Please welcome the legend, Wolfgang Job.
My God, it's such a hot evening. But no wonder. It's dedicated to the hottest lady ever. No need to introduce her, but 3 questions. I give you 3 questions, and then you know her name. Question number 1. Who dared to exercise flick-flack on a runway in Paris, packed with supermodels? Question number 2. Who dared to answer a woman's question, what suits me the best? Education would suit you the best. Question number 3. Who dared to lift up her floor-long skirt up to the chin to show her underwear free underneath at royal reception? That free underneath showed a truth, a feminist spread. It's Vivienne Westwood, whose profession and passion is how to dare. For decades of being a fashion superstar, her profession and passion has been and continues to be tackling her civil enemies, which are boredom, hypocrisy, mediocrity, ignorance, and stupidity. Her big heart has no time to age. Vivian is a witness of decades of fashion who has already survived the announced death of fashion. Fashion illustrates the way of living at a certain time, when things are possible or impossible to wear and to happen. Thinking the impossible and making them perhaps possible is the lifetime work of Vivienne. She, goddess of punk, teacher of fashion history, fighter for love and freedom, is hard to describe only in words. Vocabulary seems too limited. It would need a daring questioner or a professor of fashion history to count all the facets of Vivienne, who so daringly and innovatively illustrated the 20th and 21st century. Vivienne has never looked at fashion as an exclusive planet on which only very privileged people, fashionistas, can step on to rule for mostly just a short time. Instead, her planet, fashion, has always consisted of inclusivity and freedom, a space to which everyone with talent and ambition has been happily invited. Her invitation was not only extended to creators of colorful dresses and fashionable clothing, but it was kindly offered to any free actor whose mission was to further the cause of tolerance and to engage in socio-political change just like her, either for animal welfare or human rights at large. Saving that beloved planet, the one we all call the globe, has mattered to her along. Political engagement and fashion are not a contradiction, but rather an entity. We all know that fashion has a bipolar face and a character, and sometimes it hides an ugly face under a perfect surface. Big brands and powerful designers seem to rule their maisons like queens and kings from ancient times, eliminating everyone and everything that does not fit into their categories. Vivienne acted differently from the start and continues to do now. She embraced everyone who had a heart and a talent, already being a living legend. She never looked down on beginners or so-called competitors, but instead paved a path alongside them, creating a radiant future together. On her planet, there's space for everyone. Her freedom, her queendom, we have to say today, not kingdom, her queendom is ruled by mercy and tolerance, and there is no time for drama. Vivienne has been an amazing teacher for many. In breaking boundaries and pushing limits every day. In my own process of work and vision, I have found that there is no one I can compare to her, except perhaps for the legendary Coco Chanel, who just like Vivienne, broke rules and conventions for all modern women, giving them space to freely follow their inner light and passion. Over the past decades, Vivienne has shifted the understanding of the often misunderstood craft of fashion from superficiality towards depth and political meaning, always demonstrating that fashion can be a creative and at the same time sustainable endeavor. Unfortunately, she cannot be with us tonight. But there is a video message for us up here Thank you very much.
Vivienne Westwood, Lifetime Achievement Female. Since the early days of punk in the 1970s, Vivienne has been an activist for human rights. By the end of the 70s, Vivienne Westwood was already considered a symbol of the British avant-garde. Now, more than 5 decades in, Vivienne prevails in her fresh and unapologetic way, expressing herself through her designs and the causes she stands up for. In 2006, her contribution to British fashion was officially recognized when she was appointed Dame of the British Empire by Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. Vivienne Westwood is one of the last independent global fashion companies in the world and a pioneer in sustainable fashion. A prominent voice, not only within the fashion industry, Westwood motivates people to get involved in politics, promoting an awareness of the most pressing narratives of our times. Through her social media presence, her website, Climate Revolution, her Friday speeches, and her collections and catwalk shows, she campaigns for positive activism. Vivienne has spent many years speaking out about the effects of climate change and overconsumption, mobilizing international attention around ecological crusading. Vivienne's tenacity in staging big shows raises awareness for human rights, peace, and animal welfare, even if it means driving a tank to the front door of a constituency house to protest fracking. In September 2017, with support from the British Fashion Council and the London Mayor's Office, Vivienne Westwood launched the Switch to Green campaign, bringing the fashion industry together to lead in ambitious, unified climate action. The ongoing campaign encourages industry leaders to commit to switch all UK offices and stores to a green energy supplier. Recycling is not enough to slow down climate change. We must go beyond recycling with a focus on reducing, reusing, and rethinking our ways of conduct while implementing sustainable change in our collective behavior. Choose well and make it last. Design is about connecting the dots, integrating knowledge about materials and craftsmanship with a keen sense for aesthetics and style. Vivienne Westwood takes this connection to another level with an urgent message. Westwood is at the same time a fashion icon and a cultural phenomenon. Her work is weaved into the most pressing narratives of our time. Vivienne stays true to core values, having a voice, standing up for strong opinions. Please welcome the winner of the Lifetime Achievement Award Female 2021, Vivienne Westwood.
An amazing career, a great woman, and a great role model. Thank you very much, Wolfgang Job, for your kind words and for your great speech. And we did send Vivienne her Green Award, and she did send us a video accepting it. Here it is.
Wolfgang Job, my old friend from a long time. How lovely to see you. Thank you for the award and for the opportunity to speak to so many people. I have a plan to save the world from total crash. Follow me on climaterevolution.co.uk. First, halt climate change. If we stop production of non-essential industry For 6 months, we will reduce CO2 by 30%. This means politicians can stop climate change within 2 to 3 years. Begin with war. Who needs it? The biggest polluter. Stop arms sales. Stop arms production. Act now. Tomorrow is too late. We are at 1 degree tipping point. Beyond 1 degree, there is no future. We will have runaway climate change. 1.5 degrees is a lie. Spin from the military-industrial complex, which is our present economy. They control the media, hearts and minds. My plan depends upon a new economy. Change the economy, you change politics. No man should have the power of life and death over another. Freedom.
What an impressive lady. Very, very true and powerful words. Ladies and gentlemen, we have 2 more categories. Next up is a category called Impact. And this is what the category stands for. We are looking for companies or institutions that have already made a substantial positive impact on the environment or people's awareness of the environment, particularly over the last years. Our competition criteria: resulted contribution to a greener future, sustainability of the impact or the change, chance of further dissemination or adoption, and media impact. And now about our presenters. I would say there's nothing that she can't do. She's a TV host, she has been on different panels as a judge, she sings in a band with her husband, is a mother, a Berliner, and a supermodel. And he is in charge of connecting people in the most environmental friendly way there is. And I don't think it's an easy task, because you have to fight on many different borders with your guests, politically and technically. I support him privately and working-wise as much as I can, even though sometimes I'm at a loss for words and patience. Within Germany, it's the most relaxed way to get from A to B. So please welcome Dr. Richard Lutz, CEO of Deutsche Bahn, and Eva Pappberg.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
And good evening, esteemed nominees, guests, friends, and partners of GREENTECH Festival. And it's indeed a great honor and a real pleasure for us to be here with you tonight, except probably for the heat, I guess.
Well,
we tried already kind of ice bucket challenge, simply to stop sweating, but maybe later in the after-show party. To be with you here tonight and to present to you and to celebrate with you the nominees and the winner of the next category, which is indeed impact. And as already mentioned, we are looking for organizations that already made a substantial and positive impact. May it be climate protection, may it be promoting sustainability, or simply increasing people's awareness in terms of environmental issue. And in a minute, you will see that all our finalists really prove to be highly successful in this regard, and Eva will come back to that in a second. Making substantial impact in terms of climate and environment is what drives us at Deutsche Bahn as well. Rail is indeed the most eco-friendly transport mode out there, and that is the reason why we see a kind of renaissance of rail, not only in Germany, but also in Europe and elsewhere in the world, and that is good, at least as CEO of Deutsche Bahn and a mobility and logistics company. And in our industry, e-mobility is not a distant vision in the future, it's simple reality already practiced for almost a century. And that is why, for example, we can integrate renewable energy far better and faster than others. And that is, for example, the reason why we as Deutsche Bahn have reduced our CO2 footprint by more than 70% compared to 1990. But even as a kind of frontrunner and leader in terms of green mobility and logistics, we don't rest on our laurels. We feel obliged to do more and to increase the speed. And we strongly believe that we can achieve these goals only together, by exchanging views and ideas and experience with others who share the same purpose and share the same passion, and by simply working together with these inspiring and forward-looking people. And that is, by the way, our why for being here at the GreenTech Festival and for enjoying so much this environment and this location and all the energy and the passion all around. And therefore, first of all, I would like to thank Nico, Marco, and Sven for simply creating this festival and making it happen. And I make a short pause in order to make sure that you raise your hands. And thanks to all of you for simply being here and contributing to this whole idea of climate and change and celebrating it. It's really great, and thanks so much to you all. And now it's up to Eva to raise a little bit the tension in terms of the nominees of the category. Please.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Wow, I am so excited to be here tonight. For various reasons, obviously. But most of all, really, because a green lifestyle has been very close to my heart for a few years now, and even more so since I've become a mother. And as a member of the German fashion and beauty industry, I have to say I couldn't be happier to see more and more brands, small and big, to see them getting committed to greener standards in the last couple of years. Wearing, buying, and advertising green fashion and beauty products is so much more rewarding, and to be honest, it does make the sometimes a little one-dimensional job of a model so much more meaningful. Now, in this category, the category impact, we will see companies and entrepreneurs who have devoted themselves to doing meaningful, important work to help all of us and to help our planet. Impact, of course, involves getting results. And to have an impact means that you are spreading the passion you have for your work and that you have the ability to affect others and make them join you. You have to inspire teammates, colleagues, family members, customers, travel companions, pretty much the whole world around you. And as the world grows so much more together, the only limit to your impact is your imagination and your commitment. Now, today I have the honor to announce outstanding forward thinkers and doers who have been doing everything right from A to Z. Outstanding doers who pair their energy and passion with a green vision. Now, please give a warm welcome for this year's nominees in the category Impact. And for the last time this evening, let's have a look at the beautiful trailers for the top 3.
Nominated in the category Impact, Netafim, water. One of our most important resources. Agriculture uses up to 70% of our freshwater supply worldwide. That's 3 times more water than just 50 years ago. Since water is a limited resource, using it efficiently is a goal that must be in everyone's interest. Netafim has been tackling this task for over 50 years now.
Drip irrigation is about delivering the perfect amount of water and nutrients straight to the roots of each plant. So you grow bigger, better yields every season with fewer resources. As we increase our dependence on water to grow our crops, efficient use of water makes our food production chain more resilient to climate change and drought. Here at Netafim, sustainability is at the core of who we are. Our drip lines are made of recyclable materials, which can be, and in many cases are, collected and recycled when they are done being used.
Until now, Netafim's products have irrigated over 10 million hectares of land, serving more than 2 million farmers. Drip irrigation is saving the world 30 to 40 trillion liters of water annually, which is more than the amount of drinking water Germany has used in over 10 years. It's not only about providing a water-secure future, but also one that's food-secure. Growing a hectare of corn with flood irrigation would typically yield 10 to 12 tons of product, while drip irrigation has proven to outproduce that, reaching 18 to 20 tons with 50% less water. Simply put, drip is allowing the world to grow more with less. Being water conscious in our homes and daily lives is important. We close the tap while brushing our teeth, take shorter showers, and economize when washing our clothes and dishes. But humanity can take even greater steps towards a water and food security future by switching to drip. Nominated in the category Impact, slow food. Do you know where the food you eat every day actually comes from? And do you know how much of that food originates in your own region? Slow Food has committed itself to exactly this mission. What started as a demonstration at the opening of a McDonald's branch in 1986 in Rome has grown into a global movement involving millions of people in over 160 countries. Preserving biodiversity, food and taste education, and promoting awareness for sustainable food consumption, Slow Food has since created 3,350 food gardens in Africa and led an international cook alliance with 1,150 chefs, all committed to using local products.
For 30 years, we've been networking with farmers and food artisans, with consumers and policymakers, with environmental activists and with ordinary citizens, in fact with all stakeholders of the food system. We are a worldwide movement of people who defend good, clean and fair food, whatever their occupation. There is no other organization like us with a strong impact on food production, consumption and lawmaking. In fact, Slow Food has changed the lives of thousands of producers and millions of consumers, and we have changed bad food laws and provided for transparent food labeling at the other end.
The message is simple. Slow Food is about understanding where our food comes from and how it was produced, combining pleasure and responsibility in our daily choices while fostering an appreciation of its cultural and social importance. Nominated in the category Impact, Werner and Merz. German households account for 85% of all plastic waste. but only around half of this is properly recycled. Founded in 1867, Werner and Merz, known most notably for their Frosch brand, uses only recyclable packaging, with a focus on minimizing their ecological footprint along their whole supply chain. In its pursuit of a circular economy for plastic, the company and its partners developed the world's first fully recyclable stand-up pouch.
Sustainability is more than a buzzword for us. When we launched the brand Frosch in 1986, this became part of our DNA, and all our activities in the company are led by sustainability. For instance, buying raw materials, but also distribution of the final products.
As of October 2019, Werner and Merz have produced over 310 million plastic packages from 100% recyclate, which means that the bottles consist of 100% used plastic from post-consumer household waste collections. Frosch's recycling method is over 60% more energy efficient compared to new material productions. So next time in the supermarket, let's try to choose our products wisely and contribute to Frosch's impact.
Ja, beginnen die Musik.
Yeah.
And now, for the long-awaited moment, the winner of the Green Award in the category Impact is...
Should I say it out loud right now?
Cry it out loud.
NetFM.
NetFM.
Hi.
Yeah, hello from the East Coast United States, and my colleague Lior is out in Israel, and we cannot thank the GreenTech Festival as well as the Green Awards enough, as well as Audi for this honor. From the advent of drip irrigation on the kibbutz in Israel to leading the world and growing more with less, sustainability embraces all aspects of what we do at NetFM. I'd like to thank the NetFM family, all of our global employees, especially the farmers, even the one here at Voltaggio Farms in Frederick, Maryland, who are at the front lines of environmental stewardship and nourishing the world with the yields they grow. On behalf of NetFM, thank you so much. We really appreciate you. Really appreciate this recognition, and I wish you the best. And I wish I could be there. So thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Should we take the award and keep it safe?
No, we leave it here, and it will be traveling to you in an eco-friendly way. Guess what?
Absolutely.
And how?
Leo, do you want to say anything? Are you happy with what has been said already?
No, that was great. Thanks, John. No, I'm very excited. Thank you very much for the award, and thanks for having us. Thank you very much from Israel. Thanks.
Fantastic. So greetings to the East Coast of the States, and greetings to Israel, and congratulations. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much to our presenters. Please take a seat. Ladies and gentlemen, I know that you're very keen on having a cold drink and leaving your seats, but now I would like to ask you to really focus on what I have to say because it's important. You know that at the GreenTech Festival, we bring together strong voices and advocates for a greener future, because we all believe that one single voice can change the world. Before we move on with our last award category and festivity, we want to honor one very, very special voice that for many years has carried our message and supported our mission from the very beginning. Our dear, dear friend, ladies and gentlemen, Michael Deffert, has passed away last Sunday after a short and very serious illness. As a movie producer, scriptwriter, director, and actor, Michael's work found respect and visibility all around the world. His movie, Most, was nominated for an Academy Award, by the way. Beyond his work in the film industry, Michael fought for preserving nature, wildlife, and endangered species. he was fighting for river dolphins in Nepal, together with Dr. Jane Goodall, and for endangered tigers with Dr. Dharmendra Kandel. With his big heart for all living creatures, he continued supporting the wildlife in Kenya, making the Big Life Foundation by Richard Bonham and Nick Brand his passion project. He supported it in many, many ways. And now this is something that I have to ask of you because it's important. We will collect a donation for the Big Life Foundation. The box will be placed at the exit, and we would very, very much appreciate your support for Michael's Love and Heart project. His touching documentary, Tracker Dogs, telling the story of a poacher switching sides, honors the engagement of the Big Life Foundation and was seen by millions of people. Michael was a member and the rock of the GreenTech family. In every sense of the word, Michael lent his voice for the greater good. For the GreenTech Festival, he was the sound, and his voice gave all our videos the special depth and character. For us, he is the voice of the Green Awards, and he always will be. Michael, thank you for being such a passionate companion and role model. The world needs people just like you, and we will miss you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And now we're coming to our last award at the Green Awards 2021. The category is Lifetime Achievement Award Male. It's being handed out to a person, same as female, who during their lifetime have made contributions of outstanding significance to the environment. And for this last category, ladies and gentlemen, I also need a very strong-minded, intelligent, forward-thinking, and attractive gentleman on stage. Please welcome the head of the Audi brand, Hendrik Wenders.
Hello, Stephen.
Good to see you again.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Henrik, good to see you again. What does it mean to you and to Audi to be presenting the Lifetime Achievement Award Male?
Stephen, you know, I think reflecting lifetime has always been important. And so it is the case at Audi, currently facing its largest transformation in its lifetime. And speaking of which, by today, Audi is 111 years, 54 days old, and has always been committed to jump forward, to create Vorsprung, to live progress. And now we are leveraging all technological competence gathered during this unique lifetime to make this world more sustainable and therefore an even better place. But we all know, ladies and gentlemen, this isn't something you can do alone. This requires all of us. And this is the reason why we are very proud that we are founding partner of the GreenTech Festival, gathering like-minded people, innovators, forward thinkers, future shapers, who also, like us, live progress and are wholeheartedly committed to make this world a more sustainable and therefore an even better place. And I think this is beautiful because we all know, Stephen, right? The more we are, the greater the impact will be.
So it's a perfect match.
I think so.
Between Audi and this award. Fantastic. We have someone who wants to say a few words about our winner before we meet that person. So please take a look at this amazing video.
Thank you, Enrique. And so we come to the last award of this event, a very special award that I was tremendously honored to receive last year. And this year, it's my real great pleasure to virtually present the Green Award for Lifetime Achievement to a very special person. Robert Redford is known to most people as a Hollywood legend and founder of the Sundance Film Festival. But he's a lot more than that. He's also a truly dedicated advocate for the environment. He speaks out fearlessly about the need to tackle climate change. He's repeatedly taken to task the giant oil and gas companies and the government agencies that support them. He's protested the terrible environmental destruction caused by the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, the horrible destruction caused by the exploitation of the tar sands, and the contamination of groundwater caused by fracking. At the same time, he's pointing out that we don't need to go on relying on fossil fuel when there's so many sources of renewable energy, the sun, the wind, the tides. Not surprising that he was appointed to serve as a trustee for the Natural Resource Defense Council. In 2015, he joined those calling for immediate action to address climate change, addressing 193 countries at the UN headquarters in New York and at COP21 in Paris. The following year, he received the Presidential Medal of Freedom from President Barack Obama. Robert Redford, I so admire your dedication. With your Hollywood fame, you're known to millions of people around the world, and you've used this fame to influence public opinion. I wonder how many thousands have listened to you speaking out against the environmental destruction caused by the fossil fuel industry, and then understood the urgent need to embrace and support alternative energy sources and the need to do anything they can to help. There's no one more deserving to receive this award. My only regret is I'm not there to present it in person, along with a hug of gratitude. But know as you receive this that I'm there in spirit. Once again, congratulations, Robert.
Thank you very much, Dr. Jane Goodall. Ladies and gentlemen, dear Henrik, before we get the chance to listen to the winner of this category, we're going to take a look at his body of work. There we go.
Lifetime Achievement, Robert Redford. Robert Redford is a father, a grandfather, actor, director, champion of independent film, and environmental activist.
This is land that should belong to the people and should stay with the people and not in the pockets of politicians who have short-term, dubious views.
He has devoted much of his career to spurring meaningful change through the power of media and activism. His films, including All the President's Men, The Candidate, Quiz Show, Truth, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, Out of Africa, and Jeremiah Johnson, have an underlying message of political advocacy and love for the natural world. In 1981, Mr. Redford founded the Sundance Institute, believing a story driven by an independent and authentic voice can inspire, spark new ideas, and lead to social change. Today, the Sundance Institute's annual Sundance Film Festival is one of the largest and most respected in the industry, attracting global audiences who support independent voices in film. Mr. Redford's love of nature captured his imagination at an early age when he went on a road trip with his mother to explore Yosemite National Park. Seeing the beauty of the park's spectacular mountains and valleys planted a seed for his unwavering respect for the natural world. As Redford became more successful in his film career, he used his voice to fight for the protection of the planet. He has worked tirelessly over the years to conserve our resources and promote legislation protecting our land, air, and water. This includes stopping a proposal to both mine coal and build a coal-fired power plant in southern Utah. His actions ultimately led to federal preservation of 1.7 million acres in the region. Together with his late son, James Redford, he co-founded the Redford Center in 2005, using impact-driven film and media to galvanize the movement towards environmental justice, protection, and education. He has served as a trustee for over 40 years for the Natural Resources Defense Council. Mr. Redford is renowned for his advocacy on behalf of our planet, and today, his wholehearted efforts continue to shine a light on its preservation.
What am I going to say to my kids? What are you going to say to yours about the earth we've left them? Are we going to say, I'm sorry? I find that unthinkable.
Winner of the Lifetime Achievement Award, Male 2021, Robert Redford.
What do you think? Impressive person, impressive career?
Jane Goodall, Robert Redford, I would say amazing references for all of us. I think we all should follow.
Definitely. My mom was in love with Robert Redford, besides my dad. I'm not surprised either. Great person. Ladies and gentlemen, what can I say? Unfortunately, this great award winner is not with us tonight, but digitally, he's here on the screen.
Good evening. I'm honored to be with you virtually tonight, although I wish I could be with you in person to accept this award. Thank you, Nico, Sven, and Marco, for your dedication and efforts to protect the planet. And to each of you attending and supporting GreenTech for coming together and raising your voices on behalf of our environment. God knows we're living through challenging times, with the global pandemic having disrupted our world. The tragedy of lost lives and livelihoods, along with the emotional isolation from loved ones, have taken a profound toll on all of us worldwide. I really do hope we're on the road to recovery. In the blink of an eye, the pandemic crisis put efforts to curb climate change on the back burner, and this is unfortunate, as climate change and pandemics are linked due to deforestation, thick oceans, and loss of wildlife habitat. And through the pandemic, we saw emissions decrease and air quality improve. But sadly, these improvements will be short-lived unless we act quickly on behalf of our planet, since the meter is ticking fast. I have deep respect for the wisdom of indigenous cultures who inhabited this earth before us, who teach their communities that decisions made today should result in a sustainable world many generations to the future. We desperately need that guidance now. I know it can be hard to find hope these days, yet I'm inspired by the loud and urgent voices of young people taking to the streets with conviction and passion. They are the leaders of tomorrow, and we must support them. Tomorrow's world is going to be in their hands. I have hope for the continued forward movement of the clean energy revolution. Our choice is no longer the economy versus the environment. Clearly, it is now the economy and the environment. Ignoring either risks both. You know, joining you tonight reminds me that none of us are alone in this, that acts both large and small are the building blocks for the great challenges we all seek. You have my support, along with my gratitude. So thank you.
Thank you, Robert Redford. The voice, the presence, what he says is just amazing.
Yeah.
He deserves it. Thank you so much, Henrik, for being with us and presenting this.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Thank you all very much. I wish all of us a wonderful evening and a beautiful future.
Thank you, Henrik. Please take a seat. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for your patience, and I want to thank you for being here tonight and supporting a very good cause, applauding even though it's very hot. Thank you so much. I know that we've run over time, but you know, there's so many people, so many inventions, so many important causes that we need to talk about. So I think it definitely deserves a little bit more time to focus on those. Before I let you go and you're allowed to mingle under the very strong Carina hygiene rules, meaning just looking, no touching, I would like to call the founders mentioned by Robert Redford of the GreenTech Festival and the Green Awards on stage. Please welcome, and now this time, this is the last round of applause. Give it up for Nico Rosberg, Sven Krüger, and Marco Vogt.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure for us being here on stage with you guys live in front of us. And we did it. We did a whole entire GreenTech Festival. It is possible. And nothing ever happens without great partners, and especially with our founding partner, our presenting partner, Audi. Thank you very much for helping us for this show tonight.
I also have to take the opportunity to thank 4 people and more, of course. First of all, Richard Lutz from Deutsche Bahn, thank you so much from day one. You've been supporting us as well. We really appreciate. And then from our team, and I would please like to ask you to get up so we can see you wherever you are. Judith Kuhn, who's our CEO, thank you so much for your amazing work. Alexia, thank you so much, our VIP host, thank you so much for everything. Martina, who's our lead of the awards module, thank you so much, Martina. We really appreciate, and of course, thank you to everybody else who's the rest of the team from the GreenTech Festival.
So also from my side, some greetings, and especially also great thanks to the Berliner Senat, who made it possible to stay today here. And for us and you, we are a plan of reopening the event industry. So we are the first ones. So we learn how to cover it, to do it. And in this way, thanks to the Berliner Senat. And very important, one more applause and a thank you to all nominees, winners, and all the other people out there who really care about the environment.
Sven, thank you, Marco, thank you, Nico. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call all nominees and winners and presenters on stage, because we're going to have not a group hug, but a group photo. Ladies and gentlemen, stay healthy, help us change the world, have a wonderful evening. Thank you for supporting the GreenTech Festival and the Green Awards. Have a wonderful night. Thank you very much.